Hi boys and girls, today we're going to be analyzing just whether are we making predictions like a third grader. And so we've noticed patterns in the behaviors and wants of our characters, and we use those characteristics to predict what will happen next. And some of you guys had some awesome examples, and if you're wondering exactly how to do this, I can refer to you some of the students that have done a good job so far. But now we're going to kind of take it a step further by analyzing how are we doing compared to what other third graders are doing. And so on the right here, you can see that there is a rubric, and we've used rubrics in the past, but we really want to focus on, okay, are we predicting at a third grade level? And so here's what we want to see in third grade is that we are making a mental movie as we read. Ask yourself, do I imagine the setting, the characters, the events, and the character's reaction to those events, to what is happening? I predict what the main character will do, say, and think, and how the character will react to things based on the earlier parts of the text. Not only can I make a mental movie, not only can I predict in detail, but I can also explain the reason for my predictions. And I noticed some of you guys were able to do that really, really well. And so you can see that this reader here is envisioning what's happening and being very specific about their prediction. Comparing to maybe a second grade level, maybe some of us are still kind of stuck here. But as we're reading, yes, we're making a movie in our minds. We're picturing what's happening. Sometimes the mental movie comes mostly from the words. And then we can add in details that are from the pictures. But sometimes I start with the pictures and then I add on to what I learned from the words. And then I predict what will happen next, drawing on earlier parts from the text. So you can see here in grade 2, the envisioning process really focuses on the picture. So maybe we're seeing pictures and then analyzing what's going to happen next. But in third grade, sometimes our pictures don't really give us enough detail of what's happening. And so are you able to draw in the details that you've learned and then make predictions about what the character will specifically say, do, and think? And so let's look at this example down here. This student said, I predict that Bink and Golly will make up because they always do. So did this reader help make a mental image? Does this reader have a mental image in their mind about this character? Oops, I'm so sorry. Or are they really focused more on just having some words and their prediction is a little bit limited to just a couple things like Bink and Golly will make up? Okay, but how will they make up? What will they say? What will they do? And did they connect to maybe the earlier parts and how they're making this prediction? What does it mean that they always do? Is there evidence that they always do it? So based on our rubric, I think that maybe we can agree that this prediction is more of a grade 2. You're not quite yet at a grade 3 level. Well, let's see if we can do this based on what I've been reading on Because of Winn-Dixie. So I predict that Opal will open up her heart to Gloria Dump by telling her everything about herself. She'll probably tell her about how she found Winn-Dixie and also about her mama because she misses her a lot. I think that her and Gloria will become good friends. Okay? And I think this is true. This prediction is true because Opal has opened herself up to Miss Franny in the same way by telling everything about her. So I can add that in for the evidence to explain the prediction. I predicted Opal and Gloria Dump's relationship based on what I already know about Opal and her relationship with Miss Franny, the librarian. So you guys can see that I've pulled in some evidence from what has already happened and made my predictions quite specific. We'll open up her heart by telling her everything about herself. And so today, boys and girls, I want you to practice envisioning and making predictions like a 3rd grader. And don't just rush through. I notice that some of us are just kind of trying to stick a post-it note on whatever. Try reading for 30 minutes of your Just Right book, and as you're reading those 35 minutes, try and fill out a couple predictions throughout that time. And if you still haven't found a chapter book, you should be prioritizing finding something on Epic or RazKids or our Destiny Catalog library. If you have access to the Hong Kong library, that's also a great resource for you to find. I know a lot of your parents have bought you a ton of books or are buying you books. That's fine. I just want you to pick up a book that's just right that you can read for 30 minutes because I want to see the development of this practice. All right, and show me what you have learned. Okay, I can't wait to see how much your predictions are like a 3rd grader's.